What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Persona 3 Portable. 2 doors left. The Luck Door and the Hanged Man Door. Let's go ahead and finish off the boss refights. The biggest and baddest shadow. You can hear something from inside the door with the Hanged Man mask drawn on it. Hall of the Giant Shadow, number 12, Hanged Man. Any 4 excluding Shinjiro Aragaki. I'm starting to think that they wanted Shinjiro to be included. Because as far as I know, he's still not in the lineup. Yeah, no he isn't. So maybe they originally thought that Shinjiro should be in here and then they just cut him entirely? Maybe it didn't mesh with the entire, you can bring him back. Or at least put him in a coma instead of, perpetual death. But this is going to be a very long and very annoying fight. Let me think. Yeah, these guys are probably my best bet. One more boss, and then one more door, and then we can finish Vision Quest for good. Let's see what we're dealing with.
Floating thing is your main target, but it's out of your attack range.
What do you mean? I can't just throw my Naginata at him?
Give me a minute. I'll see what I can find out.
Let's talk about this fight. Real quick. The statues. They all have more health. What's kind of worse in my case is they all now resist almighty damage. So that tactic is out. They all have a lot more health. Same with the big dude upstairs. I mean, hanging in the sky, not actually the big dude upstairs. They also have a special new ability where they set themselves up and self-destruct. Speaking of that, your secret mission is to get hit by the Maya Bomb. The one where they arm themselves and blow themselves to smithereens. So that's fun. Now, just to show it off, how much do they actually resist almighty damage? I'm curious. Ooh, yeah, they definitely resist that. Well, shoot. And I believe, like the initial fight, only one of them is weak to an elemental attack. No, well, actually, they're taking pretty good damage. 999 HP and SP. All of the statues are level 90. That is nuts. Alright, so let's go ahead and decrease their defense, and let's see if we can take them down one at a time. Physical attacks might actually be the best bet here, at least for Namine. Let's go ahead and do a mind charge, and we'll figure out which one can be hit by ice attacks. Is it really? Is it truly summoning? Oh, okay, it's just a shadow, okay. I thought it was summoning another... Wow, that was weird. Alright. Oh, don't pick on Mitsuru already. Oh, you're such a jerk. Okay, that helped. Thank you. Oh, don't pick it. Oh, God, it's all going wrong. Hit me, damn it!
For some reason, those statues feel similar to that floating shadow. They must be related somehow.
Whoa. That is nuts.
Seriously hurt.
Well, now that I know that they're going to be picking on weaknesses, I want to see how much a physical attack will do. Pretty decent damage. So, as per usual, with this fight, take out the statues, the big guy comes tumbling down.
Hang in there.
Thankfully, we're at a pretty high level. I think the guy up there, he's level 90 as well. So this is just going to be a war of attrition. I hope it doesn't take too long, but
Give me a sec.
what I'm going to do is, after we knock him down once, I'm gonna go ahead and go hyperspeed, because you've already seen this fight in the main Let's Play. This is just going to take forever and a half.
I let my guard
And there's also another topic that I want to talk about during the speed up, so we'll get to that, no worries. Let's go ahead and use the Mind Charge Bufudine on this guy. Go ahead and take it out. That wasn't enough?
It seems ice doesn't work.
Oh god, is that a visual glitch? It also has 999 health. Wow, this fight. Holy crap, it's gonna get annoying. Yeah, it's gonna continuously summon Mayas. Agidine on Akihiko, he can take it. Bufudine on Yukari, she obviously dies because her defense is like 2. Hit for me, that's okay. I know it resists it, but I don't think the Mayas do, so I'm gonna go ahead and use Morning Star to hopefully take out that statue. Yeah, they don't, the Mayas don't, so that's cool. I can actually plan ahead for this. Let's go ahead and lower the Maya's defense. Already in effect, okay. And it's the one that... Okay, cool. Wait, so... Oh, the Mayas are... Oh, no. The Mayas are just like the statues. Oh, my God. They all have different weaknesses. Thanks. Thanks. Oh!
It just attacked its ally?
Interesting. So that's what Armed and Ready is. I thought it was actually the statues. No, the boss actually uses Armed and Ready, which turns this guy into a friggin' bomb! I think we'll be okay. If we actually get hit by it and everybody dies except me, I think that would be kind of, well, interesting. I don't want it to get an attack off, though. That would be very dangerous. So let's prevent it from doing that. The secret mission is to get hit by it. I don't feel like it, though. I feel that catastrophe is easily avoided, so I'm going to easily avoid it by killing it. Stop. Agidine and Mitsuru's dead. There goes another teammate, and Akihiko's next. Back to me. All by myself. I know I've done that joke before, but it's funny every time. You know what? I'll go ahead and speed this up now. You know what's coming. We're just going to take out the statues, and then the Hanged Man is going to fall down to earth. Going to be able to hit it for a massive amount of attack points. Let's talk about something else. Okay, I'm just going to say right now, don't pay attention to any of this fight because it is a botched run. Almost immediately, things are going to go from bad to worse. I can't bring anybody back. There are too many enemies on screen. They all do a massive amount of damage. Unless I bring them back with 100% health, they will immediately die. The best way to take care of this fight is to deal with the statues and the Mayas, but how do you do that? They all resist, they all have a specific weakness that you have to go after, and sometimes when you knock the boss down and if you're the only one left, sometimes he will just create new statues and go straight back up into the air. So yeah, this boss fight sucks! It goes without saying, this boss fight is terrible! The boss itself is level 95, and everything is level 90, so ungodly powerful. That much is already known. So what I would suggest, if you have Orpheus Telos and you have Morning Star, even though they resist the Morning Star, you can still use it. That's a lot of damage happening to everything all at once. Even if they resist it, they're still being massively hit by it. So the second run goes a lot smoother, but a lot more defensive. I changed up the party a little bit, and I had a party that was good at dealing physical damage. Don't even use different magical attacks, because sometimes it doesn't even matter. At this point, for some reason, even if you're at a higher level, the weapons that you have equipped to your characters, the 450 attack, the best weapons in the game, they do more damage than charged magical attacks. So I immediately said, okay, screw this. We're using Morningstar to get rid of a lot of the health on these different Mayas and on the statues, and then we're going to go for physical attacks. Also using debuffs. I don't know why I wasn't using it the first time, but you definitely learn the second time. Taking down everybody's defense, deals more damage, gets rid of them faster, brings down the big guy. That's your main strategy. You're going to notice in this sped up footage that eventually I just say screw it and start using attack mirrors, magic mirrors, basically just going ham on all the items that I have. And it helps tremendously, because when this guy comes down to earth, he has Akasha Arts. Massive damage to all of your party. Throw on an attack mirror, he's hitting himself 4 times. Even more damage if he has lower defense. So, great tactic there if you happen to have a lot of attack mirrors. If not, this fight is still a bastard, because he can deal extremely heavy hitting physical attacks. Oh my lord. So, play it defensively if you have to. If you have to defend, that's why the portable version, in my opinion, is the best. You can survive an attack, keep everybody healed, try not to let anybody fall, kill the Mayas as soon as they come up, as soon as the statues come back, deal with them, use almighty damage, it doesn't even matter. Now that I'm done ranting and raving about this fight, because it took 45 minutes, and that's for round 2. Let's go over the topic I wanted to bring up. Ever since I played through Persona 3 Portable the first time, I've been wondering what Vision Quest was actually supposed to represent. I knew it was new content for the portable version, but I never understood why. I always considered Persona 3 FES had the answer, so the Vision Quest was just a little extra content because the answer was seen kind of negatively through the eyes of fans. That's why I thought they went for more puzzle-related doors. Turns out, I was close. Vision Quest is Portable's version of the answer. Because this was released on a PSP UMD, there wasn't enough space to put the entire answer onto Portable, along with the 2 different campaigns. So, they shortened it, changed it into one room with multiple doors, multiple puzzles, and boss refights, and called that Portable's version of the answer. That's why the theme of the Desert of Doors plays while you're in Vision Quest. It makes perfect sense. And I gotta say, I kinda prefer the answer. I mean, puzzles are absolutely fine. As soon as you get them, you feel really smart that you managed to defeat a really powerful enemy. And the boss refights, these bosses are fun in the first place, except for this guy. So, I don't mind it, really. But the answer was a tad more fulfilling, in my opinion. You get an entire story to go along with it. You get to you level up very quickly, so grinding is not that big of an issue. I think I only spent like an hour per grinding session to get everybody where I needed to be to fight the new bosses. And the bosses themselves were somewhat puzzle related. You had to figure out what they were weak to, take them down as fast as possible, otherwise they get the upper hand and you die. So, I mean, I don't mind Vision Quest. This fight in particular is the only sore spot that I see in the entirety of this little mini campaign. And the rewards you actually get are phenomenal. Having the secret missions, which I had no idea existed until I started researching Vision Quest itself, those are brilliant. They are extra bits of challenge if, fighting superpowered bosses wasn't good enough for you. And doing those secret missions gets you awesome rewards. It gets you the fusion spells. The one you get for this one is Armageddon! 9,999 damage for free if you just let one of these bombs go off. Now, I'll never know how much that damage is because I never let one of the Mayas explode in either of my playthroughs. So who knows, it might be an insta kill, it might just kill your entire party and leave you with like 1 HP, I have no clue. But yeah, you can get free Armageddons from letting a Maya explode in this fight only. They want you to take that extra hard route. And I applaud the game for that. It wanted to be like the answer, it wanted to be a shorter version. Oh my god, we got our wish. So that's the main thing I wanted to go over. It's really neat to kind of dive into the developers' heads because it seems like they really wanted the answer to show up in Portable. It just could not happen. There wasn't enough space. So Vision Quest is the best we're going to get. And now that Persona 3 Portable is going to be ported to next-gen systems and eventually Switch, the rest of you can enjoy Vision Quest on your own time. And you'll get to know very quickly that defeating all the doors in Vision Quest is not the final confrontation. I'll just leave it at that. The other thing that I'd like to mention about this fight in particular, Akihiko is kind of a godsend. Him and Junpei were doing so much when it came to, buffing the party, debuffing the enemies. And it actually worked out a lot in my favor. The one thing I just could not get for the life of me is if there is any enemy on the ground when the big guy falls, if there's a single Maya there, you do not get the all-out attack. And it sucks. Because there were so many times I was trying to, kill the Maya real quick, kill everybody at the same time, just so I wouldn't waste a turn. And it just didn't work. The Maya held on with like one more hit, and I was like, damn it. Alright, fine, we'll deal with this. But this is where a main part of me playing defensively came in, where if two people got attacked, I threw up another attack mirror, because I didn't know if he was going to use Akasha Arts. Namine was fine. It was everybody else I was worried about. Aigis came in with an accessory that gave her 30% more health, so she was perfectly fine and was dealing a lot of good damage. But I couldn't take that risk for Junpei or Akihiko, because if one of them fell, I would lose a potential healer. I would also lose a potential buff or debuff. That's another thing you need to keep a watch on, is pay attention to how long the buffs are staying on. And as soon as they're gone, buff them right back up, otherwise you're going to have a bad time. I should also note that if your main character gets a crit, you cannot do an all-out attack. It is only when he falls from the sky, so just keep that in mind when you're doing this fight. What I didn't know is that this boss actually stays on the ground a lot longer, at least it feels like a lot longer than he did in the original game. I always thought, he would stay on the ground for like 3 or 4 turns and then jump back into the sky. But he stays on the ground like way longer than I thought. Maybe they didn't want this fight to take an hour, even though it almost did. Oy vey. Yeah, this is a nasty one. The only reason I would do it again is to get those Armageddon spells, which I might actually need to do. I'm not going to say why, but if you've played this game before, you know exactly why I need at least one Armageddon spell. And this is the easy way to get them. Oh my god! That took about 45 minutes. And nearly all of my best items. Somas, attack mirrors, magic mirrors. It's all gone now. Oh. Yeah, I did not want to do the secret mission. It only gives you 10 Armageddon spells. First prize is Victory Cry. If you even want to dare to do that again, you get 20 rubies. And third time, you get 5 rubies. Oh, it's finally done. Now we got this bullshit. The Luck Door, the final door in Vision Quest. You can hear something from within the unassuming door. Hall of the Theme Battle of Luck. You will go into battle with your normal stats adjusted. After the battle, these stats will return to normal. The game will not end if you lose. I'm gonna go save. All right, I feel a lot better now. Let's go ahead and do the luck door. Go. Another 1v1. The Luck Guardian. This is going to be hilarious because it is such a quick fight. At least it can be. You have Jack Frost with Hum On, and you have Pyro Jack with Moodoon. The Luck Guardian is weak to either darkness or light. Take your pick and hope you're right. Come on, fastest door ever. Weak to light. Let's do this! First try. Damn it!
It can't end like this.
Imagine that. I died. And that's how this goes. It is that easy. You pick and choose, you'll eventually be right, and it will die. And you won't. By the way, every time you come in here, it changes. So let's try Jack Frost again. What are the odds that it's the same combination the second time? I mean, come on. Oh, Jesus Christ, it is. Well, so much for that. Nope. Oh, well, okay, so that's what happens when you accidentally press the rush button. You immediately die, so I'm gonna count that as the third. Be weak to light! Damn it! Oh, it changed. Is it weak to light this time? That's the first time I've ever seen that. Was that a glitch? Holy crap!
Great battle.
Well, if anybody can look up what the special ability 2 does, I'd be very interested to find out. For beating that, you get the Arms Master card. Beating it a second time, I'm actually going to test that here in a second. I've been waiting for this. You are a human worthy of me. Now come, let's have some fun. Margaret, what's up, girl? The last door appeared. After defeating everything in Vision Quest, one final door appears. And you probably know what that means. For what Margaret said, you can piece it together. But first things first, let's test my luck one more time, because I want to see if my notes are actually correct. Because the second time you do it, the prize is so amazing. So I'll meet you back if this isn't the correct one. Damn it! So one thing I want to test. It has not been Jack Frost the entire time. So what happens if we start with Pyro Jack? Is this going to be the one time it is actually Jack Frost?
Persona!
Let me guess. It's actually weak to light this time. Fuck off. Well, now you're weak to darkness, so... Hey, we got special ability 1! There we go. So for beating it a second time, you get 20 homunculus. That's fantastic. If you still have plenty to do in Tartarus, that is one of the best rewards you can ever get. But here we are. The end of Vision Quest. And if you can recognize the date, we are at the end of Persona 3 Portable. Except there is one thing that has not been done yet. Hi, Theo. We're here because we have unfinished business. The one thing that I was saving until the very end of everything. Request 55. Defeat the ultimate opponent. Far below, beyond the door by the entrance of Tartarus, lies the ultimate adversary. Please fight this opponent alone. Next time on Persona 3. Now that we have finished Persona 3 Portable's main campaign, Persona 3 FES's campaign, The Answer, Vision Quest, it all comes down to the hardest fights in the game. There will be 3 main bonuses. Fighting the younger sister, the younger brother, and fighting the eldest sister. 3 fights, and then 1 more bonus episode to close out the series as a whole. All of the fights will be taking place on Persona 3 Portable. The first fight we are going to do is the male version of Request 55. It is the exact same fight on FES as it is in Portable. The only difference is the control scheme and how you control your party. That's the main reason I'm doing it in Portable. It's already ready to go, so that's what we're going to stick with. Hajime will take on his ultimate opponent, Namine will take on her ultimate opponent, and then it'll all come down to the most difficult adversary in Persona 3 and Persona 3 Portable. Thank you all for watching Persona 3. I hope you've enjoyed 2 different versions of the journey, and both post-games. I guess post-games, you know, you got the answer, post to Persona 3 FES, you have Vision Quest, which is kind of the same thing, but not really. I hope you've enjoyed watching all things Persona 3 related. See you guys next time for the first of many Ultimate Opponents.